Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum to all our honorable participants from Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, Peshawar. Welcome you all to our another very informative webinar that's on water resources management in Indus Basin system. And for this, today we have a very distinguished resource person, Mr. Muhammad Husnain Khan. And so I welcome you here because he's here with us on our NESPAC platform. And about Sir Husnain, a brief formal introduction that he has a massive experience of 33 years in irrigation department. He's a retired chief engineer at Irrigation Department, Punjab. He has also been associated with for 3 years, for around 3 years in geotechnical engineering NESPAC. And regarding his main fields of study, he has core expertise of government, irrigation engineering professional subjects, and he has been giving training to the professional engineers so far on water resources management, crop water requirement, groundwater hydrology, open channel flow drainage engineering, environment impact assessment, use of Indus Basin model for water resources management, and the list goes on. Other than that, a few lines on list of the publications that he has delivered. It's on the impact of the planning and design changes on channel behavior environment, the case study, development of sediment transport technology in Pakistan, and a touted bibliography and MMI publication, irrigation management information system, the framework implementation strategies for Pakistan. Sir, I welcome you here, and now I hand over to Sir Husnain to please proceed with the session. Thank you, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's topic is Indus River System Water Resources Availability and Water Resources Management in the light of Water Accord 1991. The basic concept or vision for water resources management is to provide adequate, equitable, and reliable water supply to all the population for particular use, especially for drinking purpose, and irrigation supplies to the cultivable lands of Pakistan, aiming at enhanced agriculture productivity and sustainable management of the resources. Next, left side. Presentation outline is sector overview, water use in Punjab in various sectors, water sector challenges, water apportionment accord 1991, Indus Water Treaty 1960, issues and options, water sharing issues, need for storages, conjunctive use of surface and groundwater, way forward. Surface and groundwater use in various sectors, drinking water use, domestic water use, agriculture water use, industrial water use, water for cooling, thermal power plants and nuclear power plants, and for hydropower plants. Environmental water flows, public uses, water for recreation and wildlife protection. This is the basic picture I have taken from an image which is available in Microsoft Office. And this shows the various sectors, various application of various cycle of surface and groundwater use globally. And it shows that how the global water resources are used overall. I would like to say that in ocean, the water amount volume is 96.5%. The rest is in the form of surface and groundwater. and the water which is released into atmosphere through evapotranspiration. Agriculture background of economy. Agriculture is the main player of the economy of Pakistan with 21% contribution to GDP and more than 45% contribution in labor force. Pakistan agriculture sector rely heavily on surface water, which is also a source of recharge for groundwater. Pakistan has the world's largest contiguous irrigation system. Pakistan ranks fourth in the world as far as irrigated area, about 35 million acres. Approximately 75% of the cultivated area in Pakistan is irrigated land. Pakistan has invested heavily in the irrigation sector. Allocations may range between $12 billion to $20 billion. And these are the approximate figures which can be have from the Planning Commission of Pakistan, that how much Pakistan has invested in water sector. These figures are 12 billion figure is for the period of 2011 and 12, and roughly, in my estimate, for the year 2019-20, it is about 18 to $20 billion. आगे move. Sorry. Sector overview. Pakistan irrigation system is the largest contiguous gravity flow network in the world. Serves as a lifeline for the irrigated agriculture in Punjab and in Indus Basin system, which contributes more than 57% to the national agriculture GDP. The climate is arid to semi-arid, which contributes, which with an annual rainfall of 10 to 15 inches, mainly in the monsoon season, July to September. River flows are highly fluctuating. 70% flows occur during the monsoon month. इसको मूव करने के लिए ना राइट साइड पे क्लिक करिए. हाँ यस ये हो गया. अब इसके बाद ये नेक्स्ट. The irrigation system was originally designed for irrigation intensity of 60 to 75% as a result of agriculture development over time and groundwater contribution. The irrigation intensities have now almost doubled, that is 120% to 150% in various canal commands. The water requirements have accordingly increased tremendously, and the system capacities are generally inadequate. The reservoirs capacity is inadequate to balance the river flow fluctuations. Resultantly, serious water shortages are encountered during early Kharif sowing and Rabi maturing period for crops when the dams are depleted. This is the common situation as the capacity of Tarbila Dam has reduced significantly about 3.7 MAF million acre feet of storage, live storage has been lost due to sedimentation. Indus Water Treaty 1960 and Water Card 1991 highlight the two important milestones in the history of irrigation sector development. Groundwater is a major component that contributes to meeting the enhanced irrigation requirements. Over exploitation of groundwater is, however, posing serious sustainable concerns in the most fresh groundwater aquifers. The problem is when the aquifer is depleted to a greater extent, then saltwater intrusion takes place, which is not fit for irrigation use. Both development and management need to be given equal importance in order to improve irrigation system performance. This is the map of Indus Basin system, and there are 19 barrages in Pakistan Indus Basin system. 14 barrages are in Punjab. The rest of the three barrages are in Sindh. The rest of barrages are in KPK and Balochistan. This is the consumptive pattern of water which has to be checked. But I have taken the figures which are available with me that shows that most of the water use is for agriculture purpose. And if we take surface and groundwater together, the agriculture water use is 69%, industrial water use is 23%, domestic water use is 8%. But these figures has to be checked from the statistical record of Government of Pakistan. Annual rainfall that is between 125 millimeter in southeast to 750 millimeter in northern areas. Total water generated by rainfall is around 32 BCM, that is 25 million acre feet approximately. Contribution to crops is 10 to 20%. Groundwater exploitation is around 50 million acre feet approximately. Around 1.2 million private wells are being, which supply over about 40% of total water availability at farm gate level. Surface water resources. Total inflow is 140 MAF million acre feet on average basis. Now the Karbela storage is maybe, it is a figure 2 years old, that is around 6.08 million acre feet. Mangla storage is 7.36 million acre feet. There are 48 canals having length of 61,000 kilometers, 19 barrages, 1,70,000 watercourses. And this is the overall picture of irrigation infrastructure and the contribution of various water sectors, contribution to the different sectors which are the stakeholders in water sector. Existing situation. Water is becoming a scarce with each passage of day. Per capita availability of fresh water in Pakistan has decreased by about 72% since 1950. Efficient and judicious use of the irrigation water is the only sustainable option left with us. Surface water is still the largest source of irrigation water in Pakistan, and that contributes to about 31% as a single source. Irrigation system is overburdened and losing in its efficiency due to increasing gap in actual and required operation and maintenance expenditure. Actual O&M expenses made only about 20 to 30% of the required expenses. Government has to subsidize the major portion of the O&M expenditure. Now, I have taken the data, which is on average basis for water availability in Indus Basin system. River inflows are 140 million acre feet. Mean annual main canal diversions are 103 million acre feet. Losses in the canal system are 23 million acre feet. Available supplies at the water courses head are 80 million acre feet. Water course losses are 22 million acre feet. Available canal supplies at the farm gate level are 58 million acre feet. Groundwater contribution is 50 million acre feet. The total available water at the farm gate is 108 million acre feet. Field channel losses are 10 million acre feet. Available water at field level is 98 million acre feet. Field application losses are 20 million acre feet. Available water for crop consumptive use is 78 million acre feet. Rainfall contribution is 13 million acre feet. Total available water for crop consumptive use is 91 million acre feet. This is per capita availability, and it is reducing with the passage of time. Problems for consumers' perspective related to water resources managers. Unreliable and inequitable distribution of irrigation water. Deterioration of the canal system and frequent breaches due to weak bunds. Increased cases of water theft, increase in water dispute and delay in actions and justice, political interference in system management, increasing cost of groundwater extraction. The increasing cost of groundwater extraction is due to depletion of excessive groundwater and the use of turbine pumps in such cases, which is the prerequisite for tubewell water extraction to the desired level. Problems from society perspective. Lack of coordination among various agencies in water sector, wastage of water and low water use efficiency, the failure of the government to finance recovery from farmers and consumers also, financial mismanagement and poor accountability, lack of community participation in decision making, political influence in management of irrigation water delivery system, over exploitation of fresh groundwater resources, specifically the groundwater. This is the schematic diagram of irrigation network. The water is delivered to the main canal through a barrage structure. There is a main canal, branch canal, distributaries and miners from where The outlets are installed for irrigation purpose. At the end of the minor or distributary, there is a tail cluster which includes 2 or 3 outlets. This is about Indus Basin river system accord share. First of all, we will look into main canal system, total number of canals. Punjab, 26 main canals. Sindh, 15 main canals. KPK, excluding civil canals, 10 main canals. Balochistan, 3 main canals. Total 52 main canal systems. Command area, Punjab, 21 million acres. Sindh, 12.8 million acres. KPK, 0.73 million acres. Balochistan, 0.97 million acres. Total is 34.78 million acres. Average system uses is the term which is used in Water Card 1991 because it is the basis on which the para 2 allocations were deduced or calculated. These are average system uses for Punjab, 54.49 million acre feet, for Sindh, 43.04 million acre feet, for KPK, 3.09 million acre feet, Balochistan, 2.11 million acre feet. The total is 102.73 million acre feet. This is the baseline according to para 14B, through which shortages and surpluses to the irrigation system of the provinces is surface water is distributed. The shortages, the baseline is for shortages and surpluses is average system uses as per Punjab province point of view. But since point of now we come to water card para 2 shares. For Punjab, it is total annual is 55.94 million acre feet. Sindh, it is 48.76 million acre feet. For KPK, it is 5.78 million acre feet. For Balochistan, it is 3.87 million acre feet. And the total is 114.35. If you go through these statistical data, this is the basic information that it tells you that if we share water according to para 2, Punjab has less advantage as compared to Sindh province, whereas KPK and Balochistan are by the water sharing by IRSA is according to para 2 allocations. The difference in water sharing between Sindh and Punjab is the matter of how to share shortages and surpluses on all Pakistan basis, which needs interpretation of Water Accord 1991 as per para 2, as per para 14A, as per para 14B. These are the major paras in Water Card which stipulate the method, the procedure, how the water should be distributed. And the matter is only in the interpretation of these paras of the Water Card. Indus Water Treaty is the basic treaty which affects water availability on western rivers, because all the 3 eastern rivers water has been given to their water rights has been entitled to India. These 3 rivers, eastern rivers, are Ravi, Satluj, and Beas. Whatever the water comes through these rivers is the surplus water or during flood season, which India releases to Pakistan. Otherwise, India does not release any water to Pakistan through Eastern River. However, the same is the position on Western rivers that due to wrong interpretation of Indus Water Treaty 1960, they are constructing a large number of network of hydropower plants, and they are encroaching the limits of storages which are not to be done in hydropower plants as indicated in Indus Water Treaty 1960. The stalemate in Indus Water Treaty 1960 law which is occurring at this point is that World Bank is not taking a leading role, that how should we interpret the Water Accord 1991, the Indus Water Treaty 1960 to the cases which are to be negotiated, which are on the talks to the cases like Rathle hydroelectric power plant, Lower Kanai power plant, and other power plants which are under construction, that either they should be forwarded to neutral expert as the India proposes, or to be forwarded to the Court of Arbitration as Pakistan proposes. These are the major disputes which should be resolved as early as possible, so that we should make India not to store more water out of its allocated allocations as stipulated in Indus Water Treaty 1960. All waters of Western rivers, namely Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab, are allocated to Pakistan, except some specified uses in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan, to meet the requirement of its eastern river canals from the western rivers by constructing suitable replacement works. Safeguards incorporating in the treaty to ensure unrestricted flow of water in the western rivers, that has been provided, but these safeguards are now being violated on the basis of technical grounds, which are to be legally interpreted in terms of Indus Water Treaty 1960 as given in various annexures and articles of Indus Water Treaty 1960. Permanent Indus Commission constituted to watch implementation of the treaty and resolve by negotiation any problem arising through thereof. Procedure for settlement of differences and disputes are outlined in the Indus Water Treaty 1960. Differences and disputes first to be resolved by negotiations by the Permanent Indus Commission, failing which procedure for settling such disputes through international arbitration set out in the Indus Water Treaty 1960. These arbitrations are at the level of technical expert, that is that person which is nominated by on the recommendations of both the commissioners. That is a neutral expert. The other is if there is any legal expert conflict between the for the interpretation of Indus Water Treaty, that goes to Court of Arbitration in Hague. India has the right for specified uses. These are domestic uses, which include municipal and drinking water supply uses, non-consumptive uses, flooding of timber, floating of timber, navigation, fishing, agriculture uses. India is permitted to irrigate 1.3 million acres of agriculture land in occupied state of Jammu and Kashmir. India has so far developed. This figure has been increased now, but that to be validated from Pakistan Commissioner for Indus Waters. And we have to look into it that for that type of, that is not clear to what extent this area of land requires water from western river components. Generation of hydro power plant is allowed on western rivers. On main rivers, by constructing run-of-the-river dams, on tributary rivers, by constructing small hydroelectric power plants. On the tributary, to some extent, water storage is allowed to India, but that is allowed in case of small hydropower plants. This is the main chart which indicates that how the management of water resources in the Indus Basin system should be done in conjunction with surface and groundwater. First of all, we are, in case of a manager in irrigation system, they are monitoring river flows and canal flows and the storages in the real-time basis in various river reaches. Then the second step is that they have to forecast water availability in the Indus Basin system. Although there may be many reservations to what extent the water forecast is accurate, but mostly the water forecast, surface water forecast in Indus Basin system is largely within the range of maximum and minimum scenario of probable flows. Planning can then, after provincial shares are given to the provinces, they have to go for planning canal operations based on their entitlements. The maximum entitlement is their capacities, which they can draw. The second is the demand of a canal system in a particular area. Number three is that either the groundwater is saline or fresh. Number four, either what are the water shares as per water record 1991 to the individual main canal system. Then we go for indenting for releases in canal irrigation system. That indenting is done at Chashma Barrage, at Mangla Reservoir. The rest of the river flows, they are not being indented. As the outflow from Tarbila Reservoir, the Kabul River flows, they come to flow into Chashma Barrage, where the four provinces of Pakistan, they place their indents. That is Punjab, KPK, Balochistan, and Sindh. Afterwards, when ITSA decides that to what extent the releases should be managed through the reservoirs, that is Mangla, Tarbela, and Chashma, they release water accordingly. There is no control on the river flows of River Chenab, Eastern River component, and River Kabul. Surface water resources management in conjunction with groundwater is a challenge now for irrigation department because at present we are managing surface water only. Now we have to combine the management with groundwater so that we are able to manage that where is the deficit of water in conjunction with groundwater, where we should supply irrigation surface water to the canal system, and where is the need for pumping of water to some extent that groundwater is sustainable. गिलास में डाल दीजिए. इसको आगे देखते हैं. Yes. This is the basic data of various provinces for the number of canals and the canal command area. These figures are slightly different from the data which I have given before. I have told you that there are in Punjab, in Bangla command, there are 13 canals. In Tarbela command, there are KPK canals, Punjab Indus zone canals, Sindh canals, and Balochistan canals. Total command area is about 35.4 million acres in all over Indus Basin system. This is the line diagram, which is a major step to monitor the main canal and barrages and the reservoirs on daily basis. Now we come to water sharing arrangement from time to time. Before partition, pre-1947, according to share of each canal system, determined by various commissions and committees appointed by the then government of India. That these commissions were Edison commissions, Rao commission, and other commissions, which decided how much water should be distributed between Punjab and Sindh mainly, because there were the conflicts which arises between them since partition. In 1947 to 1970, as per pre-1947 arrangements. After 1970, there was a sharing arrangement of surface water on ad hoc basis and determined by Federal Ministry of Water and Power, primarily based on historic uses. And these historic uses were determined basically on yearly basis, or as per water card, they are from post-Tarbela period from 1977 to 1982, 5 years period. Now, after signing of water card 1991 to date, the various clauses or paras of water card dictate the water share of various canal systems for all the provinces of Pakistan. And basically, it's a Indus River System Authority is the main authority which determines the provincial shares on seasonal basis, and that is during Kharif, that is during summer period, and during winter period, that is during Rabi season. And these shares are governed by various clauses of Water Card 1991 and the decisions made by IRSA Advisory Committee from time to time. Sometimes the water sharing in water shortages period is done on daily basis also, and the water shares are regulated by IRSA on daily basis. ये एडमिट कह रहा है तो आगे चलते. Yes, these are the para 2 allocations which I have already mentioned. These are the basic. This is the para 2 allocations mean that is the para 2 of water card, which determines, stipulates the water shares of the provinces. Punjab share during Kharif is 37.07, during Rabi is 18.87, and during annually it is 55.94 million acre feet. For the case of Sindh, it is 33.94 million acre feet during Kharif, 14.82 million acre feet during Rabi. The total is 48.76 million acre feet. KPK, it is 3.48 million acre feet during Kharif, 2.3 million acre feet during Rabi. Total is 5.78 million acre feet. Civil canals, this is the part of these water record entitlements, that is 1.8 million acre feet during Kharif, and Rabi is 1.02 million acre feet. The total is 3.87 million acre feet. Balochistan has a Kharif share of 2.85 million acre feet. Rabi is 1.02 million acre feet. Total is 3.87 million acre feet. Civil canals, they are part of it. The second thing is that the water for Karachi city is embedded in para 2 of water share of Sindh province. That is part of it. Now we come to the other part. ये जल्दी मूव नहीं करता ना, तो इसमें अब हो गया. वो थोड़ा सा उसको कर्सर को भी मूव करना पड़ता है. Para 3 stipulates that KPK Balochistan projects which are under execution have been provided their authorized quota water as existing use. Para 4 of water record stipulates that balanced river supplies, including flood supplies and future storages, will be sharing among the provinces as under. Punjab share will be 37%, Sindh share will be 37%, Balochistan share will be 12%, KPK share will be 14%, total will be 100%. The basic thing is, as we look into the card, the water share for Punjab and Sindh is less in case of balanced river supplies or flood storage, and the smaller provinces has been given due share to increase their irrigated agriculture area or for their development works. That is incentive for Balochistan and KPK province, as given in the water card 1991. And these balanced river supplies are the releases downstream quota, which is the surplus water that is not being used by any province for any purpose. Salient features of water record 1991. Existing uses of provinces remain untouched and protected. No restriction on Balochistan to develop water resources of Indus tributaries flowing through its area. Provinces are free to utilize their share in any canal system, including link canals. Need for additional storages on the Indus and other rivers admitted. Need for establishing Indus River System Authority was recognized. ISA to have representation from the 4 provinces of Pakistan, including federal government. Provinces are free to undertake new projects within their agreed share. Now we come to water apportionment accord, actual average system uses. Punjab has a share of Kharif share of 34.66 MAF, Rabi 19.83 million acre feet. Total is 54.49 million acre feet. Sindh 28.11 million acre feet. Rabi 14.93 million acre feet. Total is 43.04 million acre feet. When you see that record for the average system uses, annual average system uses of Sindh and Punjab in para 2 and para 14b, as in para 2 and average system uses, you come to know that there is a high jump for Sindh province in case of moving ahead from average system uses to para 2 allocations. This is a jump of approximately 5 million acre feet. For the case of Punjab, this jump is only 1.5 million acre feet. There is a large difference. So in such cases, Punjab suffers a lot if water is shared on para 2 allocations, whereas Sindh has a more advantage when the sharing is done on para 2 allocation to overcome shortages. In case of shortages, to share shortages in their canal system for each province. In case of KPK, the average system uses for Kharif are 1.8 MAF, Rabi are 1.28 MAF, and the total is 3.09 million acre feet. Balochistan has Kharif allocation of average system uses of 1.29 million acre feet, Rabi allocation of 0.82 million acre feet. The total is 2.11 million acre feet. And now if we go for total average system uses for the period 1977-82, they are 102.73 million acre feet. This is the graphical form of presentation of interpretation of water card 1991 in terms of 10 daily allocations. For para 14b means average system use, while para 2 means these are all average system uses for every province on 10 daily basis from April to September. It starts from April and goes up to September, that is during Kharif period. And you will see that how these 10 daily allocations, average system uses varies with time. 14B means average system uses of 1977-82, and 14A means para 2 allocations on 10 daily basis as per water card 1991. And these figures you can see that in case of Sindh, this figure approaches at the highest level during June and July as compared to Punjab. Especially June, in the month of June, July, and the earlier part of August. Now we come to, these are the Rabi allocations, and these Rabi allocations are like this. These are based on average system uses, para 2 allocations for each province. And they show you that they start from October to end of March. And on each 10 daily basis, they have been indicated in graphical form for all the provinces. The major water users are Sindh and Punjab. And the major dispute on water issues is mainly between Sindh and Punjab. And they have to resolve it on the basis of Water Card 1991. Due interpretation is required on legal and technical basis that how the water shortages and surpluses should be shared among the provinces, and we should have a close link in this regard. That what is we should not politicize it, but we should take it water card as a technical uh, solution to the problem, that how should we distribute water among the canals in all the provinces of Pakistan. And this is need of the day, that we should have a common ground for water sharing in all the provinces, so that we will move ahead in water distribution and sharing and storages, construction of large storage dams in Pakistan in the Basin system, which is required as storages in our system are reducing day by day due to sedimentation. This is the presentation of Kharif Para 2 allocations and their shares in terms of million acre feet and in terms of percentages between Punjab, Sindh, KPK, and Balochistan. You would see that in case of Punjab, it is getting 47% Para 2 allocations as compared to Sindh, 43%. And in case of KPK, it is getting 7% of water, and Balochistan is getting 3% of water. We have to look into it, this matter, that we want to increase the water security in our system through better interpretation and better ways how to talk on Indus Water 1960 with India, and to remove conflicts among the provinces of Pakistan on water sharing issues. ये चलता रहेगा. Kharif 14B allocations, they are also indicated in the same manner, and you would see that 14B allocation means average system uses of 7782. In that case, Punjab is getting 52% of water as compared to Sindh, which is getting 43% of water. And if we go back, so we would see that in both cases, there is no major difference in case of percentages for Sindh. But the fact is that Para 2 allocations, in case of Para 2 allocations, Sindh is getting 33.94 million acre feet of water, and in case of 14B, Sindh is getting 28.11 million acre feet of water. Madam, time?
Maybe so you continue.
I should continue. Okay, I continue. And then in case of Rabi period, Punjab is getting 18.87 MAF water. And that water, Punjab has, it is less than average system uses of 19.75 by 0.9 million acre feet approximately. It is due to the reason that Punjab has given 0.9 million acre feet of water out of its average system uses in Para 2 to KPK for their development projects. And we have got in return that we will save water through lining of canals through public sector development program. This is the graphical form of Indus inflows at Tarbela and Kalabagh, downstream Painath, downstream Kotri, and you would see that the Indus at Tarbela is less as compared to Indus at Kalabagh. Downstream Kotri, there are significant releases downstream Painath also. And as compared to downstream Kotri, with the passage of time, the releases have declined. But they are varying a lot of, now these are declining since 2000. With the flood season, only high flooding of water in River Indus in 2010, when there was large of releases below Kotri due to high flood flows, unexpected and exceptional flows in River Indus at a higher flood level, about 10 lakh cusics. I have taken a graph. I have only estimated that to what extent, if we take year 2005 and 6, that when there was average supply, to some extent, average river flows in the Indus Basin system, to what extent we have got cumulative water in the river system, and what were the canal withdrawals in the system, so that we can find out to what extent water is available for storage purpose. And you can see that this upper part, there is a lot of storage available, surplus water available for storages in the reservoir. And with the passage of time, eastern river component is also decreasing. These are the releases below Kotri, 1976 to 2018. And you will come to know that there are high releases below Kotri in the 90s and 70s, and afterwards there was a drought period up to 2010. Then there was a gap of drought period, and there was a flood of 2014. This is the sequence how the releases downstream Kotri were taking place. The average flows for the period 1976 to 2018 are 28.55 million acre feet, whereas the consultant has indicated that 8.5 million acre feet of water should be released below Kotri for environmental flows and to check sea intrusion. This is the position of reservoirs, which was designed live storage, existing live storage in 2018, and future predicted in 2025. The designed live storage capacity of Mangala Dam in 1967, that was 5.35 MAF. For Tarbela, it was 9.7 MAF in 1976. It was 0.7 MAF in Chashma Reservoir in 2018 due to sedimentation in Mangla, in case of Mangla. there was a raising of Mangla Dam. In case of Tarbela, there was a reduction in storage capacity of Tarbela Dam due to sedimentation, and that reduction was quite significant to about roughly 3.7 MAF. And you would see that from this diagram, pictorial view, that now Mangla has the more storage, live storage capacity as compared to Tarbela Dam. And this is the main concern, that we have to release water from Mangla Dam to compensate shortages along Indus arm in Indus river system. That is, we have to release water usually, which was not released before 2012, as Mangla was operational with enhanced capacity. Now there is a share of Sindh water for Sindh province to compensate the storage loss in river Indus. That is the main issue. Now we want that there should be a Mangla, Marala, Ravi Link canal, so that the transfer capacity, which is at present 30,000 cubics for Mangla reservoir to Mangla command canal system in Punjab, to enhance it, as we can have a potential storage in our system, a capacity to transfer water to our Mangla Chalap system, Jhelum Chalap system, which is possible only by construction of Mangla Marala Ravi link and by construction of new storage dams along river Indus, which is the basic requirement to compensate storage loss in Tarbela reservoir. If we do not take these decisions at present, it will have a tremendous effect on our food security, and it will increase the water shortages in Indus Basin system. आगे मैं कोशिश करता हूँ यहाँ से होता है water distribution issues. Calculation indicate that if existing availability of 103 million acre feet is distributed according to para 2, Punjab existing uses during Kharif would reduce by 10% and Sindh existing uses be enhanced by 1.2%. This would negate the assurance given in the Water Card 1991. Keeping in view the provincial views of Sindh and Punjab, IRSA adopted a three-tier formula in Kharif 2003 with the approval of the 4 provinces of Pakistan. This formula is well within the ambit of Water Card 1991, and it's in operation since the for the last 15 crop season. Now it is about 19 crop season. Salient features of Water Card. Existing uses of the provinces remain untouched and protected. No restrictions on Balochistan to develop water resources of Indus tributaries flowing through its areas. Water sharing mechanism defined in Para 14b. Provinces are free to utilize their share in any canal command system, including link canals. Need for additional storages on the Indus and other rivers is admitted. Need to establish Indus River System Authority was recognized. IRSA has the provinces of has the representation of the provinces of Pakistan. Now, this is the position which Punjab states. The record of every system uses for the period 1977-82 would form the guideline for developing a future regulation pattern. These trend daily uses would be adjusted pro rata to correspond to indicated seasonal allocations of the different canal systems and would form the basis for sharing shortages and surpluses on all Pakistan bases. Sindh holds the view that available water should be distributed in proportion to provincial shares allocated under paragraph 2 of the Water Accord 1991. Punjab emphasizes that mechanism for water distribution of available water is laid down in para 14b of the Water Accord, which stipulates that the surpluses and shortages are to be shared on the basis of 1977-82 average system usage. Presently, the average water availability is around 103 MAF against 114.35 MAF allocated to provinces under para 2. Calculations indicate that if existing availability is distributed, this is the repetition, then I go onward. This is the 3-tier formula, which is in place, is being applied since 2003. If water availability is equal or less than average system uses of 77-82, then the water is distributed in the ratios of average system uses of 77-82. If water availability is more than average system uses but less than para 2 allocations as per average system uses of 77-82 and additional availability according to para 2 allocations, this additional will be in the form of baseline data from average system uses to baseline data of para 2 allocations. If water availability is equal to para 2 allocations as per para 2 allocations. If water availability is more than para 2 allocations as per para 2 allocations plus balance river supplies as per para 4 of Water Accord 1991. Sindh holds the view that this is the criteria, this is the operational criteria of link canals. There is a difference of opinion of operation of link canals between Sindh and Punjab. Sindh holds the view that Chashma Jhelum link and TP link are non-perennial or flood channels and should be operated only during periods of surplus supplies when full requirements of Sindh canals are met. Afterwards, when they are met full, afterwards CJ link or TP link can be operated. But I have seen that Sindh has no objection to the operation of TP link if water is available in Indus River's main. But in case of CJ link, they try to prohibit IRSA to operate CJ link at any cost. They do not like that Punjab should get water from CJ link. And now the problem is that with the passage of time, due to sedimentation of Tarbela reservoir, we cannot operate CJ link as which was done in historic past. Sindh holds the view that CJ link, this is a repetition, CJ link and TP link canals were constructed as a component of replacement works under Indus Water Treaty 1960, and they irrigate Trimu canals, Sidrai canals, and lower Satluj Valley canals. Most of these canals are perennial channels and operated according to the Punjab share allocated by IRSA under the provisions of Water Code 1991. In case of scheduling, there was an agreement for 1 year period, but not to operate scheduling in case there is shortage of water in Sindh province. But Punjab has the view that that was only for a period of 1 year, that is 1972. Filling criteria of Mangla Reservoir. Based on the river flow pattern, it is imperative. Which question है?
जी sir, कुछ question
अब time क्या हुआ?
Sir, this is 11:14. We can answer afterwards. You.
15 minutes है.
जी.
Based on the river flow pattern, it is imperative that Mangla is filled up to 80% of its capacity till 30th June, failing which the filling of Mangla becomes doubtful. This filling criteria was recommended by its designers and adopted by WAPDA since its commissioning. In spite of adopting above criteria, Mangla did not fill for 10 years since its commissioning. Unfilled Mangla caused heavy shortages in Rabi in its command area, 13 million acres of Upper Punjab and Central Punjab. Next, मैं जाता हूँ. I leave it. Now, this is the diagram which shows that to what extent there is groundwater salinity in the area of 4 provinces of Pakistan below the rim station. The dark red line is that shows that in terms of water depth up to 50 meters, there is electrical conductivity in decimeter per meter. If this is good water, fresh water, less than 1.5. If electric conductivity is less than 1.5, it is shown as green and it is most suitable for agriculture purpose. And in case of electrical conductivity greater than 4, which is shown as red, it is not fit for irrigation purpose. Groundwater is not fit for irrigation purpose in those areas. You can see that in parts of Punjab, especially in case of Thal area, part of Thal area, in case of Rachna Doab, in case of Bahawalnagar area, in case of Bahawalpur area, and including Rahim Yar Khan and Lower Sindh area, most of the part is saline groundwater area. In that area, the preference should be to utilize surface water for irrigation purpose, and the priority should be given to these areas where water is not fit for irrigation purpose as well as for drinking purpose. Especially for the case of use of surface and groundwater in a conjunctive manner. This is the picture which shows the salinity, groundwater salinity level from 51 meter to 100 meter. And you can see that there are consistent areas where there is saline groundwater, especially in case of Bahawalnagar, Bahawalpur, and Rahim Yar Khan area, and upper part of Sargodha and part of some areas in Kushab, the water is saline. That we have to see that in case of Sindh, they can say that if we have a saline groundwater area, we need more surface water. for irrigation purpose, which is fit for irrigation. The other thing is that the number of tube wells are more in Punjab, about 10 lakh, as compared to Sindh, where it may be 1.5 lakh or 2 lakh, approximately. Major concerns and solutions. Problems from management perspective. Overall water scarcity, low water availability during winter and at the beginning and end of summer season. Physical and technical limitations of the system. Capacity building. Low efficiency in delivery and use. Lining of the irrigation network. Inequalities, water distribution, controlling water theft, and better water management through real-time flow measurement. Inadequate operation and maintenance of the system. Administrative input is required. Excessive seepage and wastage in the system. Use of efficient irrigation techniques like sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation. And we have to increase abhyana for our crops. And in this case, Punjab has increased abhyana rate to some extent to compensate for O&M cost, especially maintenance and repair of its infrastructure. And we have irrigation department has to improve administrative capabilities so that water is distributed adequately and in a better way and through conjunctive use of surface and groundwater. Agronomic, selecting crops which varieties with high yields and per cubic meter of transpired water. Intercropping to maximize use of soil moisture. Better matching crops to climate conditions and the quality of water available. Crop rotations to maximize output and under condition of soil and water salinity. Selecting drought tolerant crops where water is scarce or unreliable. Breeding water efficient crop varieties. Additional storage to replace lost capacity of existing dams, 6 MAF. Additional storages to add new supplies to Indus Basin Canal diversion, 7 MAF. Saving of conveyance losses in canals and watercourses, 6 MAF. Development of spate irrigation system in Rodkohi, Salaba, and riverine areas covering 3.25 million hectares. Small dams and earthen ponds to store runoff in mountainous areas and barani areas of KPK, Punjab, Sindh, and Balochistan. 4 MAF of water will be available. Groundwater. Sustained pumping up to 55 MAF is possible. That means that we have only groundwater storage available is 5 million acre feet. Energy and water efficient pumping system are required. Amending and managing poor quality groundwater. Skimming wells for southern Pakistan. Strategies: remodeling of mogas for equitable distribution of water, removal of weeds and sediment from irrigation channels, enhancing abhyana and grass farm area to meet with O&M cost and for sustainability of irrigation system, investment in surface supplies to improve performance of irrigation system, management, and enhanced crop productivity per unit of water, improving irrigation efficient system in canal network and at farm level. Consensus on new large storage dam is important. Potential is about 8 million acres. There is cultivation of wheat and oilseeds to support self-sufficiency in food, construction of small and medium dams and large dams, development of better irrigation conveyance system, introduction of high-value crops, enhancing forests and garden area fish farms to improve farmers' income and requirement of food and fiber for general public, application of artificial recharge measures in the rain-fed areas. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you, all.
Well, so we have some questions, and I'm directing to you. You kindly review them, and because these are the questions that's being asked by our participants. After that, you can read and
But yeah.
जी sir.
First of all, question one is, after Mangla regime, do we still have enough system storages availabilities for development of new projects or gained storages in already being utilized? My question is, I would say that Mangla to some extent, Mangla storage that is enhanced by roughly 2.9 MF, 2.9 million acre feet, that is not sufficient to manage water for canals which are along Indus arm, where the storage capacity of Tarbela Dam has depleted. In somehow, we want that in areas of Bahawalnagar, Cholistan area, in case of Jalalpur Canal irrigation project, we need more water from Mangla Dam, and for other purposes, for drinking water supply to Lahore area and for Rodo project, we need Mangla Marala Ravi link. Also, we need to enhance transfer capacity of from 30,000 cusics to up to at least 10 to 15,000 cusics more to supply water to Chenab Command Canal area, to Lahore area, to Kasoor area, to Cholistan area, that is to Bahawalnagar area and other areas which require more water and where especially we need specific drinking water needs which are increasing day by day, and also we need more water in case of Cholistan area and Jalalpur Canal irrigation project.
So, have you answered the second one?
I have given the answer for one. If he is satisfied, he can tell me.
So they are, I think they are satisfied. You can go for the second.
The second is arson and other provinces getting their due share in additional storage. I would say that Mangla storage increase is not additional storage. It is just it is just the replacement of storage lost in Tarbela Reservoir. That we have lost about 6 to 3.7 MF of storage in Tarbela Reservoir. It is just not totally replenishing the water requirement of all the provinces of Pakistan, and practically Mangla cannot deliver water to Indus Arm Canal. It is not possible. And under Indus Water Treaty, the purpose of Tarbela Dam was to feed Trimu canals, Satluj Valley canals, Sindrai canals, which we have now to do with Mangla Dam surplus storage, which is all not required for this purpose. That has done for Jhelum Chenab Canal, zone canals.
Okay, so for the last question, I'll read out for you that please inform the details of calculation of minimum requirements of 8.5 MAF downstream of Kotri to stop lagoons and cutting of land.
I can only refer to the story, the calculations made by NESPAC, by their joint venture, and the review by foreign experts in this regard, and they agree with the figure of that 5,000 cusics of water should be released downstream of Kotri on 10 daily basis. That is equal to roughly about 3.6 million acre feet. And the 5-year average for successive years should be 5 million acre feet. 5-year average for successive coming years, which are continuing, we have average of 5 million acre feet. It means we need total of 8.5 million acre feet of water to have the basic mechanism of to check sea intrusion of water, saline groundwater areas, to have reclaim the land. It is otherwise possible by construction of a barrage downstream of Kotri barrage. The other main point is, the other important issue is how to supply 1,200 cusics of water each day to Karachi for drinking purpose, which is the need of the day. And they need the first preference as a water resource manager is to supply drinking water to the people of Pakistan where it is needed, and to have food security, which is also our priority. Our first priority, food security and water for drinking purpose. The third thing is to reclaim the land which is becomes saline through sea intrusion in coastal areas of Sindh. But that can be solved. That problem has been solved by Dutch engineers in their areas through reclaiming the land by construction of dikes and by construction of barrages. It is possible, it is technically possible. The problem is that where the water will come from. That water will come from new storages along Indus River system. If we do not build new storages, it is not possible to supply water which is sufficient to meet with these requirements which you have stipulated.
I think, sir, our participants are done with their queries. And before we end up the session, I would like to notify one thing to our respected participants that that kindly fill the participant evaluation form that we have floated a few minutes ago on our WhatsApp group. Kindly fill the evaluation form there and submit it. And sir, thank you so much for having this comprehensive detailed session on water resources and its various factors. Definitely we'll be taking you for the next session in after a couple of months. Definitely. And for any queries, I request my participants to please let me know regarding the slides or anything related to it. Definitely will be there to facilitate you. Thank you, sir, and thank you to all the participants, and thank you so much.
Thank you. So nice of you for listening me. And I was hoping for more questions from you, from your side. And I'm thankful all of you who have participated in this training session, and so nice of you. I will tell you that the first day when I come to NESPAC was 24th February 1982, which was my first joining after graduation from University of Engineering and Technology, Lahore, on 1982, 24th February 1982. I was in NESPAC as junior engineer in geotechnical division. Thank you so much. So nice of you. I have great, I remember those people who helped me a lot to have a good life as in my engineering profession. I especially thank to Mr. Naziruzama Adami, Mr. Jahangir Akhtar, Mr. Suhail Kibriya, these people, Mr. Tahir, geologist, Mr. Basit, Tahir Hayat, Tahir Masood, they all helped me a lot. And they were the mentor for me, and they allowed me so that I can join irrigation department for my successful life in my career. I thankful to all of you that don't worry in your life. Go ahead and move forward in your career and stay moving. You have to move forward. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you and hearing your valuable expertise. And regarding the slides, the presentation slides, I request the participants to kindly share your email ID with us. I'll definitely be floating sir's respective slides with you and sharing the things with you. And definitely we'll be we will coordinating you in case if you are looking for the slides and the other stuff. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
So nice.